This tutorial is on how to do typography specifically for movie posters. Step 1, you want to download the project files. They can also be downloaded in this YouTube video description. Go ahead and double click on the zip file in your downloads by double clicking on it, and it unzips. Inside that folder, you're going to find several items. First is the font folder. There are a bunch of fonts in here. Command A to select all, double click, and your font book will open. Go ahead and hit install until you have them all. Mine are already installed, so I don't have to install them again. Next, you're going to find a typography tutorial file and also a .psd file, which is a Photoshop template. So let's go ahead and open both. I'm going to move my typography tutorial over, make it smaller. That way I can see my directions and my workspace at the same time. So if you do not have your character window open, you can just go to Window, Character. So you're going to see here the font is Veneer. I'm going to go ahead and copy Tomb Raider. We're going to be recreating this Tomb Raider logo. So using your text tool, you can go ahead and click. Just go ahead and paste Tomb Raider or just type it in, all caps. Select it, make sure the Veneer is the font we are using. 102 point font size, just hit return. Tracking is 20. The height should be 150. At 100, it looks like this, and this is standard. This is normal scale. But notice their logo is like a lot taller than natural. So we're changing it to 150. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our arrow. Let's go ahead and open this folder over here. Move our Tomb Raider text underneath that arrow. And I'm going to go ahead and move this arrow over and kind of line it up just like their logo is. So it's a little bit over the O. I am hitting my up and down arrows on the keyboard to kind of center it where I want. Notice it's in the center of the E. The front of the arrow is still extended. All right, so next I'm going to go ahead and duplicate these layers. To select them both, just click one, hold shift, click the next. Right click, duplicate layers, just hit OK. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to be turning this text into a shape, and when I do that, it's going to lose all of its properties. So I always make a duplicated layer, that way I have it in case I ever need to go back. So grabbing your text layer, right click, convert to shape, and now when we click it, we can grab our direct select tool, which is this tool right here. Going to go ahead and click it, and notice there are a bunch of little blue vector points now. Notice their O is filled in. Mine has a hole in it right now. So what you want to do is go ahead and click one of these points in the outer circle and click delete twice, and now it fills it in. So if we deselect it and zoom out, and now it's very obvious that we just filled in a solid color here. So we need to make it look like it's like that way on purpose. So you can just click and drag, select some points, and just delete parts of it. So it looks like it's erased on purpose. And you want to go ahead and do this with other letters as well. That way it's not just our O. Oops, I went too far. So another thing I want to mention, their original logo, the R is intersected where the curve meets the leg. And ours, the way the font is hitting it, it's above that point. So I'm just going to click and drag and select just the points that are part of that R, and then click my up arrow on my keyboard, and notice it's moving all of my points up. And then I can come in here and just delete some points. Clean it up a little bit. Go ahead and do that to the other R as well. Once you're done deleting any extra points, you want to select both layers, the arrow vector and the Tomb Raider. Go to Layer, Combine Shapes, Subtract Front Shape. And there you go. It is the same exact logo that they have. And just come over here, change the fill color. The hex color for the red is here. You can just go ahead and paste it in. And there you go. So the next logo I want to do is the Elegant Disaster one. So this right here is what it's going to look like when we are done. So for the word elegant, everything is lowercase. For the word elegant, let's move over here to this blank area of our page. Grabbing our text tool. Elegant, the font you want to use for it is right here. Okay, make sure it is 100% tall, no tracking. The color's white, but for now, just leave it whatever the default color you have, because if we make it white right now, it's going to disappear against our white background. Then disaster. Go ahead and paste disaster in. The font is Be Wise. Size 75.11. Everything else looks fine. Hex code 9E DA 3E. Okay, I want to grab Elegant and Disaster and move it out of my Tomb Raider folder and just create its own new group. I'm going to call this group Elegant Disaster. Okay, so I want to next, we need to create this rectangle. So go ahead and grab your rectangle tool. Click and hold if you don't see it. It is a top tool. And over here, we want to change the color to black and then no stroke. So you want to come over here, click and drag. It looks like I have corners turned on, so I'm going to come over here and turn them off. Much better. So rectangle, no corner, no curved corners, just you want to create a rectangle. Then go ahead and move that rectangle underneath the word elegant. Grab your text tool and now change the color of elegant to white. And then you want to grab the word disaster, move your move tool, go ahead and position it. So part of the E is on top of the, part of the D is on top of the E. And then you kind of want to center the T. So this T is inside the negative space of this one. So it's nice and cushioned in there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and make it look like the L of elegant is on top of the D. So what I need to do is make sure your elegant layer is selected. Grab your magic wand. Keyboard shortcut is W. Bottom option. And then just click. And notice we have the marching ants. Now I'm going to go to my disaster layer, create a mask, and my mask is white, so to get rid of like parts of it, I need to paint with white paint, and right now I have black, so I'm going to grab my white, put on top. With my brush tool, keyboard shortcut is B. Make sure your hardness is 100%. I'm going to come here. Notice when we created a mask, the L is visible now, and everything disaster went behind. So I'm going to come in here and just paint over my E over here. And now it looks like the L of elegant is on top of the D. Put the D's on top of the E. So that's it. That is Elegant Disaster. And the last one I want to go over with you guys is the right side up. This is kind of what it looks like. And if you do not have this font installed on your computer, then just go ahead and click add here. It will go to the Adobe fonts, sign in with your account, and then just add the family. So it is already installed on my computer, so I'm going to go ahead and type it up. So right side up, I'm going to select it again over here. Let's create a new folder. We're going to call the folder right side up. And let's grab our text tool. I'm going to click and drag to paste my text in there. And then I'm changing my font to Alfran. So if you do not have your character window open, you can just go to Window, Character. And over here, I'm going to change my font. Size. For right, it should be 45.9. I'm just going to make it all a little bit smaller. So right, 45.9, side should be 61. So I'm going to hit return, click the extra space and just hit return. That way they're stacked because it needs to look like this when it's done. So right should be 45.99, side should be 61. And then up is a different font. It's this one right here. So I'm going to select up, change my font. And then the size of it, 129.73 points. Okay, notice we have our lettings kind of messed up, which is a space between the line. So we need to come here and select, well, first let's change it all to black. So the color we can just make black. Over here, we can actually change the lettering instead of auto. I'm just clicking the down arrow on my computer. And right now it's 42. Up and side need to have more spacing. So I'm just selecting a little bit like that. Okay, it looks like up is all caps, so I actually have to do lowercase. Nope. Wait a minute, that is the wrong font. Let me change the font. AY. Here it is. There we go. And let's drag the rulers to see if it's lining up. If your rulers are not turned on, do Command R. And then you can just click and drag. I want to make sure the word right and side is lining up. So I'm going to go ahead and click it with my move tool and shift it over. So it is lining up, but both sides great, but up is not. So I'm going to right click, duplicate this layer, and then just have up on it. I'm going to delete right side, and then move up, down. And then on the other font, I'm going to delete the word up. Okay, so now I have them on separate layers. And I need to shift this over so it aligns with the guidelines I put up with my rulers. So there we go. There is the right side up logo. To hide the rulers, Command colon. Command S to save, file, save a copy, and then just save it as a JPEG to submit.